Welcome to How Good Is. Today we're going to take a look at Heruka. So Heruka is the new forest character, which is quite the insane thing that this game actually still has an element called forest, because we haven't seen a good forest character in like 2 years. And let me tell you guys, if you just want the TLDR, this one, she's fucking good. She might be the best forest character in the game right now. So if you ever want to play a forest strategy ever, then yeah, you should go for her, Uka. And she might say support type right here, which might make you think that, oh, you need an actual good DPS character for the forest to round out the team so that you can have a good forest DPS, and then you have Heruka supporting the DPS. I mean, in essence, yes, but not really, because Heruka is so good that it doesn't really matter as much who you're actually supporting, because her supporting abilities are so good that anything that she supports is going to become insanely powerful, as long as they're forest type. So let's just take a look at what she does. She has 3 Excel discs, 2 charge discs, blast discs. Where? We don't know where blast discs are. They're just gone, which is okay, because where we're going, we don't need blast discs, and her having 3 Excel discs is the most important part. Now, I'm gonna quickly take a look at her personal, but I just want to make you guys, I want to give you guys a chance if you don't actually know what her personal is yet. She's an Excel type support. What do you think is her personal going to be? If you take a look at every single Excel type support that we've had in the past, what do you think her active, passive Memoria, no, just active Memoria, her personal might be? Of course it's Excel Draw, of course it's Excel Draw, and of course it's a 4-turn cooldown. Did you guys learn nothing? Of course it's a 4-turn Excel Draw cooldown, because have we ever had in the last like 2 years an Excel focused support that didn't have Excel Draw on 4-turn cooldown as the personal? Probably, but I don't remember them right now, because there have been so many that do have that. So yeah, and it's really good. It's really good to have Excel Draw on a 4-turn cooldown as a personal if you're an Excel type support. Is really good. So she's really not lacking in that sort of aspect at all. Her stats are pretty okay, they don't really matter much, because what really matters are her effects. And her effects, oh, they're pretty darn good. So the connect, I'm just going to quickly say you have the damage up, which is nice. We want damage up, it's better than attack up usually. And then Excel MP gain up is just nice for Excel strategies. Not really anything special to write home about. Let's just skip, because the connect really isn't that important. The important part is the following: the double. Oh, you're gonna go for double all the time usually on a character like this, especially since you have the Excel Draw passive to turbocharge your way to double. And if you're playing on the forest type Kimochi, you're going to play a Magia focused strategy, or a double focused strategy rather. And on those kinds of strategies, if you have looked at all of the other kinds of actually decent forest units out there, you have the Azalea trio. They have they're double focused with a lot of MP restore on their double. Then you have I think Anime Mami also has MP restore on double. I'm not quite sure about that, but you also have Nayuta and Mikage, and I think they also have MP restore on the double. I should have looked this up before this video, but I think they do. And guess what? Heruka also has that. So you're able to do a lot of Magia and double chaining with these sorts of characters, and that is exactly the kind of strategy that you're looking for. And it's nice to know that if you're playing the Forest Kimochi strategy, then Heruka is going to fit right in just with the MP restore already. So already just with the MP restore, he's looking like a really good character. But then on top of that, oh, forest resistance down 10%. Isn't that good? So that is a straight up multiplier to all damage, to all forest damage that an enemy receives. Great. Next up, basically shreds the entire enemy defense. Cool. It's only single target, and Kimochi usually don't have that much defense, but it's bonus damage, and you're not gonna say no to bonus damage, are you? Right? Of course, every kind of bonus damage you can get, you'll take it with you, even though other effects might be more powerful. If you're gonna take that. Then it's Burn. Burn is a level 2 status effect, status ailment, meaning that enemies will receive more damage from a weak element. So you're just putting that on the enemy, or at least the center enemy tile, for 3 turns. It's not that much bonus damage, but it's bonus damage. So why not say, like, why not take this if it's bonus damage for nothing? That's cool, right? But now we get to the actual juicy effect. Like, these two effects here are fine. This effect over here, great. And then we come to the effect which is like, what? both attack up and forest attack up, 35%. You're going to spam this doppel really fucking hard because she has MP restore and everyone else on her team is also going to have MP restore, meaning that by spamming this doppel really hard, you're not only going to stack the forest defense down, you're also going to stack the attack up and you're going to just stack the forest attack up. Nice, so we already have someone on our forest centered DPS team that will not only give us Magia and doppel chaining, that will give us forest attack up spams, that will do attack up spams, just in case no one else is currently doing that, but most characters do that. And then they also spam forest resistance down. And they also do defense down and burn for, I guess, a little bit of extra damage as well. And they themselves have attribute strength and damage, so they do at least a little bit of damage, even though she's a Beyblade and it looks fucking stupid. Or fun, whatever kind of person you are. So yeah, overall this double is kind of insane for any kind of forest team. But even outside of a forest team, it's probably pretty darn good, right? Right? Because MP restore to all, 34 MP is actually pretty good. It's a pretty decent number compared to what other people do. So yeah, that's pretty good. Even if you only use her on a Magia instead for some reason, it still has 20 MP for everyone. Hey, that's like an Excel combo, basically bonus for everyone. That's cool. But wouldn't it be nice if we had even more forest attack up? And then you look at this and you're like, oh, wait a second, forest attack up? Passively to all allies? That's pretty cool. It's like passively, this is like forever, unless it gets cleansed, but basically forever for the entire fight, 50%, cool. And then for 3 turns on active, another 50%, awesome, great. But wouldn't it be nice if we had even more MP? Okay, let's have more MP, cool. Let's have more XL MP, let's have more normal MP, cool. Let's just have that, we just do that, okay. She also passively generates MP. Okay, sure, yeah, give us more stuff, we want more stuff, right? And on top of that, she also regenerates 50 bonus MP for the first 2 battles, for the first two turns in a battle. You're like, sure, give us all of the MP, give us all of the bonuses that we can imagine that are actually really good for us, because keep in mind that even though with Excel Draw, from a personal, you might get a lot of MP right away, an Excel combo by itself is not going to get you to Magia, not going to get you to Doppel in most cases. But if we regenerate 50 MP on top of 9 MP, on top of the 10% bonus from this and 10% bonus from this, which is 30% bonus, yeah, you might actually get to Magia or even Doppel on turn 2 very easily with this, and suddenly it becomes not too big of a deal to immediately boost yourself up to Doppel really hard. And it does it on turn 2 as well. So either you get really good MP bonuses and you shoot yourself up to a Doppel even on turn 1, or you don't get to Doppel on turn 1 and you still get to do a turn 2 Magia. Well, in that case, with turn 2 Magia, with the MP restore from that, and still getting the 50 MP from the Mana Spring Aura, you're probably looking at a Doppel turn 2. Turn 3. So you have either Doppel turn 2 into Doppel turn 3, or you have a Magia turn 2 into Doppel turn 3. Both of those are pretty good outcomes, I would say, and it doesn't even require that much setup. It just happens, and it doesn't require that much special memoria or anything else really. It just happens, okay? All the while you're super hypercharging your entire team's forest damage so goddamn high. So yeah, that was pretty good. These bonuses up here, they all are not actually that important. These bonuses up here, they're fine. I mean, skill quicken is always cool, but they're not really that important. But these bonuses down here are just so good. So yeah, I would say this is the best forest character in the game right now. I would say that. Is there anything else to talk about Heruka herself? Well, not really, that's her entire kit, and I've basically already talked about this during her news video, that yes, if you are looking for your forest character to be the forest character to end all other forest character, well, she's not ending them, she's supporting them, then yeah, this is the character for you. If you ever want to build a forest team in any way, you gotta get Heruka. There's like no other way of doing it. She's just way too fucking good on any forest team. Is she good outside of forest teams? I mean, double chaining and Magia chaining, like what I just described with how much MP she gets, she still gets all of that MP even if she's not on a forest team, and she's going to give a bunch of that MP to allies as well through her doppel. So you can still use her as a Magia, as a doppel battery, as an MP battery, and she still does defense down. just attack up, burn is okay, so these are not, at least not wasted. These are effects that, especially the attack up, can still be pretty darn nice to have on your team. But you're still wasting most of her kit if you're not actually playing her on a forest team, but you could do that, right? I'm saying that you could play her on a non-forest team and she could be okay on that sort of team if you're just doing 100 evils or challenge or whatever, and you want to build a team that is not just one element, you want to actually get multiple characters in there of different elements. You could still put her in there and she's going to be okay, but not broken. But on a forest team, she's absolutely broken. She's absolutely insane. That said, specifically for Kimochi, she's going to be great. And of course, if a character is good in Kimochi, they're basically also insane on the extermination battles. You can also use her there on a forest team. So yeah, overall, Heruka, we finally have a great forest unit again after such a long time. Now it's only going to take like 2 or 3 more years until we get the next good forest character. See you guys then. But before we say goodbye, we still have the Memoria to talk about, which there's not too much to say about this, to be honest. It's basically just the condensed essence of what makes Heruka powerful as a Memoria, as an active Memoria, which is forest attack up, but also being played in a doppel-centric team. So if you're playing a double team with forest characters, which whoop-de-doo is of course going to be on the Kimochi, then this kind of character will of course do you really well. Yeah, this kind of Memoria, I mean. Character and Memoria. So if you're rolling for Heruka because you want to do well in Kimochi, then you're also going to get the Memoria, which also does well on the Kimochi. So you're basically getting a 2-for-1 deal of just doing well in Kimochi. If you get this Memoria and you're not actually looking specifically for the forest Kimochi, could this Memoria be good outside of forest Kimochi? Well, 20% Magia damage up and 35% double damage up is still okay. But there's so many other ones out there that are even better, like way better when it comes to just damage up for your doubles. I mean, this is a total of like 55% damage up. And I think the regular damage up Memoria that lasts for 1 turn, the actives also have like 50% or something around that. So you're not really getting that much out of it. But yeah, any forest Magia character, if you have the Azalea trio, if you have Naote Mikaga, the tree characters, then yeah, this is going to be a great Memoria for that. Outside of that, maybe not so much, but still workable at least. So overall, I think we can be happy. I think we're happy that we finally got forest characters, a forest character that actually does good for all the forest characters out there, to be that support, to be that character that people look for when they look for the forest type. Here's the forest type character. Yeah, and that's what it is. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys next time.